Hey guys, today I'm going to be teaching you how to successfully tie a tie, like a dress tie. And when I think about tying a tie, I usually think about back in 8th grade when my dad taught me how to tie a tie, and he told me that it was important for my future and for job interviews that to have a tie on, you might put on a good first impression. Now, many of you might think about like maybe if you have somebody in your household who may leave every day with a tie on and dressed up dress shirt, pants, everything just like my dad did when I was a child. And I always wondered why they would always dress up. And now I understand it's because you wanted to look nice and put on a good first impression. Maybe if you had an interview. My dad was a manager at an office, so he always had to dress up nice and make sure that his workers would look up to him and appreciate what he's doing. So, maybe you have gone to, you've had a graduation before or a job interview, and you have had to buy a clip on tie because you never learned how to tie an actual tie. And that's okay, but for your future, it's important to know how to tie a tie. It's not the biggest deal, but if you show up to a job interview, they're gonna be they're gonna be impressed. And there is that, when you learn how to tie a tie, it's almost like, in my opinion, similar to learning how to ride a bike or maybe even drive a car. It's something simple, but once you learn, or it may seem difficult at first, but once you learn how to do it, it's super simple, and you can do it with your eyes closed. All right, so now we begin. Really, there's not really materials to learning how to tie a tie. Just your hands and a tie. If you want to maybe use a tie clip to maybe like, give yourself more of a sleek look, that's cool. Or like, anything like that. But really all you need is a tie in your hands. So I'll show you guys how to do it. So when you tie a tie, make sure that the wide end, this part right here, is about 2 times as long as the narrow end, this side. Narrow end left, wide end right. So first thing you want to do, first step is to bring the wide end around like this. Okay? Grab it like that. And then take your left hand and bring it around the back of it all the way through. Alright, grab it with the left hand and go like this. Alright, so it looks like this right now. Wide end in front of the narrow end sideways. Now, second step, you take this part and stick it through this loop over here by your neck. Just like that. Alright, now it's looking like this. So now you grab this end and this knot formed right here by your chest, right here. Stick this through there. Make sure to grab it from under. Now with your left hand, grab that. And there's this piece in the back from the narrow end right here. Alright, pull on that, make it as tight as you can. And now grab this piece from the back with your left or right hand, whichever one you're more comfortable with. And then push the knot up with your right hand. There you go. Now usually a tie is going to come with this little piece on the back so that you can stick this part in without, so that people don't see that. Stick that through. And the tie is open, a little open on the back, so that you can stick it in there. And there you go. Now one thing I forgot to mention at the beginning is if you have like a collared shirt, make sure to pop the collar first and then put the tie around so that you can put the collar down and nobody will see the tie. So there you go. That's how you tie a tie. So now let's review those steps. Go apart. Go really quick. Alright, make sure the wide end is 2 times as long as the narrow. Bring it around like this. Grab it with your right. Bring it around the back like that, stick it through the loop, and then through the knot right here. Bring it up, and there you go. That is how you tie a tie. Now remember that this is super important for your future. There you go. That's how you tie a tie.